What's up, everybody? Sensei here. Welcome to the show. Welcome to another video. And I want to apologize for this footage because I lost most of it. So I had to Frankenstein this video together. But the topic of discussion for today is yes or no. Would you let another rider test ride your wheel? And my answer for this question is yes. I would let another rider ride my wheel, and I will give the reason why. Because you see this RS19 before you that I am standing upon. I would not have this wheel if it wasn't for EUC Vibes. I met him at one of Black Cobra's rallies, and after the event, he let me ride his RS Torque, and the rest is history. I love the wheel. Not only did he let me ride his RS Torque, he also let me ride his Sherman, but I made the choice to get the RS19 high speed because it fit my riding style perfectly at the time. You know, I remember the first time that I rode in New York City. I was a fairly new rider. I came in, I rode at the Broadway Bomb 2020. And after the event, I went down to HQ, Kung Fu Tea, and I ran into Jesse Pike. Jesse Pike is a phenomenal rider. He's one of my favorite riders, and he let me ride his Nikola. And that was a treat. I was a little bit nervous because that's the first wheel that I rode besides my Tesla or my M103 at the time. But it was a great experience, and I thank Jesse for letting me ride the wheel. Excuse me, got a little cough there. And then Brother Coquette Robinson, you've seen him in some of my videos. He's let me ride his Sherman, his V10F, his V11. He had a chance to ride my modded Tesla in my RS19. And again, it's a mutual respect between riders. And I thank Coquette for letting me and giving me the opportunity to ride his wheels. And because of him, he's one of the reasons why I want a suspension wheel. Because, that V11 is so comfortable. Flip from EUC Chronicles, same thing. Met him at an event. He let me ride his wheels. And it was really cool, man. Again, it's personal choice, personal preference. It's up to you. I'm not trying to tell, a rider, if you meet a complete stranger to let them ride your wheel. No, that's not what I'm saying. But if you're at an event and you know the rider, maybe you watched their YouTube channel, or it's a friend of a friend, and they're straddling a fence, whether to buy this wheel or not, and you have it, and you let them basically take a quick spin on it, just to see the nimbleness, to feel the weight of the wheel, just how the wheel behaves before they make a purchase. I think that's really cool. I got a chance to ride with Deuce Allen and Honda. We met up. That was the first time I got to ride. Deuce let me ride his wheel. He had a RS19 with a Schenko tire on. Phenomenal wheel, especially with that knobby. I got to feel the smoothness of the S18 when Honda let me ride her wheel. U-Stride, met up with him a couple weeks ago. He offered me to ride his EXN. I saw Ronan Rider that same day. He offered me to ride his Monster Pro. And it's just really cool that riders will trust you enough to let you ride their wheel. I'm going to state again, it's personal preference. But that decision is entirely up to you. I know when I went to the S20 demo day, Joshua let me ride his Monster V3. That wheel was amazing. I had no idea that the Monster V3 was that smooth. So, in a nutshell, before you purchase a wheel, I would tell any rider, test ride it. You wouldn't buy a car before you test drive it. Same thing would be for wheels. I know I've been offered from other riders, like my brother, EUC 504. I would love to go down and visit him later this year. And he offered, hey man, you don't even have to bring a wheel. I'll loan you a wheel when you come down. That's really cool. And I've had the same offer from Zoom Wheels. Brian, he's like, if you ever come to the UK, you don't have to bring anything. I have a wheel for you, and that's awesome. You have to give a big respect to riders like that. And it's just trying to look out for each other and trying to, save a rider some pain, because there's nothing worse if you spend that amount of money on something and you don't like the wheel. So that's why I say it's always great to have an opportunity to go to a demo day or a test ride day and just find out what the wheel is like before you buy it. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for joining me. Remember, you get on your wheel, you ride it like you hate it. You be safe out there, but you ride it like you hate it. I'm Sensei. Hello, good night, and enjoy the rest of the video. One more thing. This is actually a true story. I was riding at this park, Brookdale Park, and I don't even know if I told you this is where I'm riding today, but it's Brookdale Park. I was doing some laps on a Tesla, and there was a couple in a car, and they watched me go around a few times, and then they called me over. I think the woman actually called me over, and I kind of looked. I was like, wait a second, there's a dude in the car. I don't want to go over there and dude get out the car, and we have to start scrapping or something, you know what I mean? But no, he was cool. Called me over, asked me a few questions, and then he gets out the car, goes to his trunk, and he pulls out this motorcycle helmet, and he wanted to ride the Tesla, and I was like, nah, dude. It's like, I don't know you, man, and I'm not gonna let you ride. So I was cool about it. He was fairly cool about it, and I just rolled on out. And with that being said, you got to be careful out there, especially if you're riding by yourself. You don't want complete strangers riding your wheel. They could call you over, you let them ride it, and all of a sudden you never see that wheel again. So be nice, be cordial. If you're out by yourself, someone calls you over, wave, smile, and keep on moving. Okay? So remember, you ride your wheel like you hate it. You be safe out there, but you ride it like you hate it. I'm Sensei. Hello. Good night.